So in this very first video, watch this first. If this isn't the first video that you're watching, then please stop whatever you're doing. This is the one. Okay, so posture is the most important thing in any dance, and including belly dance. So let's take a minute to talk about posture. So the posture in belly dance, generally speaking, if you were just here standing, is that, let's just call this neutral posture, is you would have your feet about hip width apart. So if you feel the front of your hip bones, that's hip width for you. It's usually maybe about 1.5 to 2 fists in your feet. So right down from your feet, that's right down from your hips where your feet should be. You want to have a little bit of a bend in your knees. So this is really important because whatever you're doing, a soft bend allows you, it prepares you to be able to move at any time. I mean, and nobody walks like, we just don't move like this in the world. So you want to have a little bit of a bend in your knee. You want to tuck your pelvis under. So I talk about neutral spine a lot, that's just being natural, but in our posture, and especially when we're practicing different things like a hip drop, we actually want to create a straight spine. And the way that we do that is by engaging our abdominal muscles. So I really want to pull my belly button back towards my spine, and that's actually going to straighten out my spine. So it's going to become more flat. So I kind of tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly button in. This is going to protect my low back. So I want to be really engaged here in my abs. So this is the posture here. And then it might feel a little bit awkward, but you want to really lift your chest and have your shoulders down and back. So not in a way that's stiff, but you definitely want to have your chest lifted. So it's the difference between this or this. This tends to happen a lot. So it's just a lift. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together in the back and my shoulders are down and back. So it's really like an open feeling here. And then I have my arms just out to my side here, and I'm really using my lats a lot. So, you know, if you ever do like pull downs, I'm really engaging these wing kind of back muscles here. So I'm kind of pulling those down and back, just like this. So feet here, a little bit of a bend, tuck under in the low back, belly button in, chest lifted. This is the posture you want to be in. And this is going to help you to, this will actually facilitate you being able to do the movements properly. So for example, like if I was doing a hip drop and I'm in a good posture, it's going to look like this. If I'm doing it in a bad posture, everything looks so much different. So kind of play around with that a little bit, but that is like the most important thing, is to always start with posture and be mindful of that. Also, if you're ever doing these belly dance movements and you do feel some sort of soreness in your low back, or you feel that the next day, that might cue you into that you were doing the movements in an overarch in your back. So if you're doing a movement and you're like, oh, my back is sore, it's probably because you're doing this and you need to engage your abs more and you need to tuck under a little bit more. So just something to be mindful there. And that's belly dance posture.